When you think about Jaguar, what springs to mind is beautifully designed dynamic sports cars. It all started with the iconic XK120, and 70 years later, the new F-Type continues that tradition of British sporting luxury. The F-Type has always been an elegant car, and when it comes to the new model, the design team have taken an evolutionary approach, giving it a slightly more assertive look. Inside, you'll find a new high-definition instrument cluster, but what hasn't changed is that when you sit inside it, you immediately know you're in a sports car. When it comes to engines, there's a turbocharged 4-cylinder and supercharged V6 and V8 engines on offer, which all deliver great performance. Add to that the confidence-inspiring all-wheel drive system, and you'll find that the new F-Type is a brilliant everyday sports car. So let's find out a little more about what makes it such a fantastic all-rounder. The F-Type is a great-looking car, and the design has now evolved to highlight the proportions and stands that make it so recognisable if you spot one on the road. There's a new clamshell bonnet which has a sculptural flow to it and features a subtle power bulge, whilst the new super slim LED headlights help to emphasise the width of the nose. The characteristic J-lamp signature has been updated and is complemented by the sweeping direction indicators. Look closely and you'll also see a monogram pattern detail in both the front and rear lights. It's inspired by the shape of the Jaguar badge that used to adorn some of the most iconic Jaguar sports cars. The subtly enlarged grille gives the F-Type even more presence. And those bonnet vents aren't just for show, they help to extract hot air from beneath too. Now this is the new top-of-the-range R model, which has its own unique front bumper design, including air intakes on either side with gloss black bezels for an even more assertive look. At the back, you'll find a new rear bumper design and refreshed slimline light clusters, which feature the distinctive chicane light graphic that was first seen on the all-electric I-Pace. The design team have focused on the details that make a difference. The grille, for example, has a new hexagonal mesh pattern with contrasting gloss and satin surfaces. And if you look closely, you'll see that all models now feature the iconic Leaper emblem on the front wing vents. Customers can choose a black pack for a stealthier appearance, with the front grille surround, side vents, and for the first time on a Jaguar, the rear badging wearing a gloss black finish. The same evolutionary approach has been applied to the interior, which, while sporty, also feels luxurious, relaxing, and it's just a lovely place to be. You'll find tactile, high-quality materials, including Windsor leather, satin noble chrome finishes, and a monogram stitch pattern on the seats and the door panels. Extra eye-catching details include the Jaguar established 1935 motif on the centre console, glove box release button, and seat belt. As you would expect, the new F-Type comes packed with the latest tech to help keep you safe and also make life easier. Now, the most obvious addition is the new high-definition virtual instrument cluster, which sits directly ahead of the driver in place of the conventional analogue dials. The interactive driver display provides excellent clarity, and it allows the driver to choose from different displays. There's also a gear shift light, which lets you know, if you're in any doubt, that this is a car that has been designed and engineered to be driven with a smile on your face. Now, the large 12-inch instrument cluster isn't the only screen inside. As you can see, look across to the centre console and you'll find the 10-inch touchscreen featuring Jaguar's latest InControl Touch Pro infotainment system. With a simple menu structure and intuitive operation, it's designed to minimise distractions, so drivers can really concentrate on enjoying the experience. There are also some touches of tech that remind you once again you're sitting in a sports car. The central air vents rise purposely into position, and the ignition button, well, that pulses while it waits to be pressed. But before we move on to how the F-Type drives, let's talk about the eye-catching new headlights, which give brilliant illumination and incorporate the latest pixel LED tech. Not only is this incredibly energy efficient, it also helps to enhance road safety. You see, the LED lights use a forward-facing stereo camera to switch off individual cells from the light beam, which helps to remove the risk of dazzling other drivers without affecting your forward visibility. This clever tech helps to improve safety for both the driver and other road users. The F-Type is a great looking car and it's packed with tech, but it's an F-Type, so it has to be fun to drive, right? Well, I can say from first-hand experience that it is. The engine is of course at the heart of the driving experience, so your first job is to choose which one suits your needs. The 300 PS 4-cylinder Ingenium delivers the efficiency of a 2-litre engine with turbocharged performance. The rear-wheel drive P300 accelerates from 0 to 60 in only 5.4 seconds and returns up to 34.9 miles to the gallon, making it an excellent all-rounder. For a more hard-edged soundtrack, the new 450 PS 5-litre supercharged V8 produces 580 Nm of torque from just 2,500 RPM and is available with rear or all-wheel drive. It features an electronically active differential and delivers 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds. An upgraded 575 PS version of the supercharged V8 powers the new F-Type R, available exclusively with all-wheel drive, and delivers genuine supercar performance with 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds and a top speed of 186 miles per hour. All of these engines can match to a smooth shifting 8-speed transmission. Left to its own devices, the transmission provides effortless progress, but take control using the Sport Shift gear selector or steering wheel shift paddles, and the gearbox delivers quick-fire gear changes exactly when you want them. Active exhaust technology is there to deliver quite a soundtrack, whether you have 4, 6 or 8 cylinders under the bonnet. All F-Types feature double wishbone suspension and expertly tuned electric power steering to deliver trademark Jaguar sports car dynamics. Jaguar Drive Control provides a further degree of precision, allowing the driver to choose from comfort, eco, rain, ice, snow and dynamic mode, each subtly changing the steering, throttle response and gearbox shift points to suit the conditions. I've driven this car in brilliant sunshine and driving rain, and its confidence-inspired handling never skips a beat. The new F-Type R takes the chassis settings from the legendary SBR. That includes bespoke springs, dampers and anti-roll bars, so drivers can really exploit the incredible performance from that 575 PS V8 supercharged engine. The R model is also available with Jaguar carbon ceramic matrix brakes for the ultimate in stopping power. They ensure a consistent pedal feel during high-performance driving. I think the F-Type is absolutely packed with charm. It's a charismatic British sports car that has an evolutionary new look, an engaging range of engines, along with well-balanced handling, and as I've experienced, great all-weather performance. It's a car that makes me smile and is everything a modern Jaguar should be.